wo emre no mu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mummy yemfa immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors emrani mu akuku drofo se watena ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mo kokokra eba ne nipa sitena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudi mu akotene pa omo wo mre di mani pa bia Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahini fuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa toto emfashema erade kaso na manya
Ghana for wa brotre ha ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mummy yemfa immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo se watena ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mo kokokra eba ne nipa sitena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudi mu akotene pa omo wo mre di mani pa bia Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahini fuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa toto emfashema erade kaso na manya
Ghana for wa brotre ha ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom mummy yemfa immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akuku drofo se watena ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mo kokokra eba ne nipa sitena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudi mu akotene pa omo wo mre di mani pa bia Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa toto emfa hwema erade kaso na manwe
Ghana for our portray ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akukudro for se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wadi edro nso a eyom kokokra eba ne nipa setena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudimu akotene pa omu wo mere di mani pe bia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye. Atrema kasa toto emfa hwema erade kaso na manwe Ghana for our portray ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akukudro for se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wadi edro nso a eyom kokokra eba ne nipa setena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudimu akotene pa omu wo mere di mani pe bia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye. Atrema kasa toto emfa hwema erade kaso na manwe Ghana for our portray ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa ye immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akukudro for se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wadi edro nso a eyom kokokra eba ne nipa setena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudi dimu akotene pa. Omo omre di many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Atrema kasa todo emfashema erade kaso na manya
Ghana for our butcher ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa yi immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo. Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akukudro for se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mokokokra eba ne nipa sitena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudimu akotene pa omu wo mre di many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye. Atrema kasa todo emfashema erade kaso na manya Ghana for our butcher ya say dene enya emranimfo a won akwadare wo emranimu a poto kasa mu ye kasa a lawyer for entimi nuanom momyemfa yi immigration ensem nyina enko dan wo mo. Wisemart Solicitors. Wisemart Solicitors emranimu akukudro for se watna ha che ombeboa wo ma wonsa ka won krata na se wedi edro nso a eyo mokokokra eba ne nipa sitena mu ani adwuma mu nsem bia omudimu akotene pa omu wo mre di many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For enquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahinifuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Good evening. Welcome to Legal Matters. Legal Matters. This is DJ KB, Top Online Radio UK. I believe you are well. Today is a Tuesday, and we are privileged to have with us Lawyer Wisdom from Wisemart Solicitors to take us through legal updates, which is very, very important in this day and age, especially in the UK. Legal world is very, very volatile. So we are happy to have Wisemart with us to give us any updates on the legal world that they think is very important for our countrymen and who are the immigrants within and outside the UK. We are live as usual on Facebook and YouTube, and also on our radio app that you can get from our website, toponlinestation.com, and also from the Play Store and the App Store. The updates are very important, so when you come on live, please share the program, and may God bless you for doing that. Now, let me bring Lawyer on, and we will start the program. Welcome to Legal Matters. Lawyer Wisdom, how are you and family and business, and especially Wisemart Solicitors?
Good evening, accountant.
Wow.
We are fine. We are doing well by the grace of God. Wisemart is thriving by the grace of Almighty. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Amen. 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 Right. So I think, one of the things that have become constant lately is updates.
Very
Updates in the immigration arena. So I was going to say, man of God, give us the word of God. So Lawyer Wisdom, give us the update. Yes.
I should prophesy, right?
Yeah, give us the legal prophecies right now.
Okay. Good evening to all listeners, to everybody. I'm grateful and to God, and I thank God that this evening we've met again. It's been a while. I had some bereavement in Ghana, so I had a bereavement in the US, so I had to travel to the US for all the funeral arrangements. Came and then had to go to Ghana again for everything, the burial, etc., etc. So my apologies for being away, being a prodigal,
not son.
prodigal's lawyer for a while.
Okay. I think yes. that is forgivable because we are social beings and we have these responsibilities. We cannot, do away with them. All right.
Especially if it comes so close to you, there's not much you can do.
Yes. That's very true. Right. So, Lawyer, let's hear the updates you have for us and any topic you want to treat.
Okay.
Thank you.
A few updates, actually. I believe we must have heard, or we may have heard all these things already, but I just want to quickly summarize the few things that I believe you've heard already. First of all, on the 16th of July 2025, and today is the 22nd, so that is just about a few days ago, it came into effect that people who are on the EUSS route, if you're in the UK as an EU national or a family member of an EU national, and you have been given pre-settled status, you are expected to be in the UK for 5 years before you get your indefinite leave to remain. And in that 5 years, you can travel out and come back in. It is expected that the travel should not be more than 6 months in a year. But there are occasions where you can go for up to 1 year, maybe for childbirth, for medical reasons, and for education. Now, if you go for up to 1 year and you can prove any of this, then your continuous residence is not broken. But if you can't prove that you went for childbirth, medical reason, or education, then it means that your continuous residence is broken, and therefore you cannot prove the 5 years of residence in the UK for you to get the indefinite leave to remain. This situation has created a lot of confusion because somebody has gone out 4 months, come in, goes out 3 months, comes in, goes out 2 months, comes in, goes out another 3 months, comes in. How do you add up all of these ins and outs within the 5 years? And it's creating problems. So the Home Office has decided that they're going to take that burden and problem away. So what they have now intended to do, or they have now brought in, is from the 16th of this month, if you've been given the 5 years residence card or 5 years pre-settled status in the UK, and you can show that within that 5 years, you have been in the UK for 30 months out of the 5 years, that is 2.5 out of the 5 years, you can still qualify for your indefinite leave to remain.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that after you've done 2.5 years, you can go for indefinite. No, you still have to do the 5 years, but within the 5 years, prove that you've been in the UK for 2.5 years or for 30 months. Because I am getting a lot of calls from people saying, lawyer, I have done 2.5 years, I've done 3 years. Can I go for indefinite? No, you can't go for indefinite. You have to do the 5 years, but within the 5 years, you have to prove that you have lived in the UK for 30 months in that 5 years. So don't be confused. Don't be confused about that. Number 2, Papa, I'll go on with the changes. There is this issue of people who are being told, or some people are applying for clients under the EU rules. Example, somebody who comes to the UK or who came to the UK as a student, and unfortunately, they've not been able to go to school. The university has informed the Home Office that they didn't attend, and therefore the Home Office has cancelled their visa. And then somebody tells them, oh, I can apply for you as a dependent of an EU national. On that basis, you can get certificate of COA, certificate of application, which is 6 months, and then within that 6 months, they'll give you your leave to remain. It is very misleading because when you were coming to the UK, you completed an application form and you said, your father's name is Mr. So and so. Your father's name is Mr. Edward Edu Bonsu. Your mother's name is Mrs. Agnes Edu Bonsu. Now you've come to the UK, somebody has told you that he can apply for you as a child of an EU national. And they produce a birth certificate, and the father's name on the birth certificate is Joseph Ansa. Meanwhile, when you were coming to the UK, you said on your application form that your father is Mr. Edward Edu Bonsu. How come that your father has suddenly changed to somebody else? So the Home Office will compare the name on that birth certificate and the name on the application form, the name of your father on that birth certificate, and the name of your father on the application form you completed when you were coming to the UK. And they will tell you this does not match, and therefore you are using a false document. That can create problems for you. Sometimes they tell you, oh, I would make it your grandfather is a EU national. So your father is Mr. Edward Edu Bonsu. and your grandfather is Joseph Edubonzo, and they'll produce your grandfather's birth certificate and your father's birth certificate. Now, if you calculate the age between Joseph Edubonzo and Edward Edubonzo, who is your father, sometimes I have seen it, the age difference between the grandfather and the father is about 5 years old.
Wow.
Sometimes 7 years or 10 years, because they are not smart enough to know that it's a wrong documentation, and therefore it will show. It will show. You can't do that. It's wrong. You can't do that. So if you produce birth certificate for Edward Edubonzo, whose father is Joseph Edubonzo, and the age between Joseph Edubonzo and Edward Edubonzo, and I am the child of Mr. Edubonzo, Edward Edubonzo, you realize that if the age gaps doesn't match, straight away you're giving yourself up that you are using a false document, and the Home Office would come after. This is a problem that is happening now. So it's a caution for people who are misleading other people to get themselves into this sort of, and you know, free of charge. There are commitments.
Of course.
Commitments.
Of course.
And then when you call them, you don't get them anymore. Their telephone numbers change, and they have no fixed address. They've become like nomads, or like people who are traveling from one place to another. So there's no fixed address for you to go and say, this is what you've done for me. We should be wise.
Yes, sir.
Because a lot of people are finding themselves in this pit, and it is creating all kinds of problems. So that is another update I want us to be aware of. The next update is the Home Office has brought up correction for a private life correction. If you have a child born in the UK, the child has lived in the UK, the child is 7 years old, you can go for indefinite leave to remain for the child straight away. Child born in the UK, child lived in the UK, 7 years, indefinite leave. But if the child was brought from outside the UK and the child has lived here for 7 years, you have to go for 2.5 for them and another 2.5 years for them, which is 5 years on top of the 7 years they've been here, and then you can go for indefinite leave to remain. There are some people who missed that cut-off point of the discretion. The Home Office is saying they can apply now. That is from the 29th of July, such people can make application. Those who missed the cut-off point or the cut-off, that is between 18 to 25, and then they mix that cut-off, they can go for their indefinite leave to remain from the 29th of this month. Again, another very important one is, I don't know if I mentioned this, exclusion of individuals. Now, Papa, some people obtain the British passport another way. In other words, they got British passport. You ask them, is your father British? No. Is your mother British? No. Were you born in the UK? No. So how did you get your British citizenship? They will tell you all kinds of stories. Now, did you naturalize in the UK? No. Did you get 2.5 before you got your indefinite, and then you got your citizenship? No. So how did you get your citizenship? They will tell you some stories. Now, the Home Office has realized, or the Passport Office has realized, that some people, when they come to renew their passport and they ask them for some documents, they are not able to provide it, which means that they, on some occasions, obtained the British passport fraudulently. Now, such people, they would cancel or revoke your passport. It means you have to find another way of regularizing your stay in the UK. Now, this is what the Home Office is saying. if you have been here, example, 25 years, or let's say 20 years, and you had the British passport for 10 years, you know, the adult British passport is 10 years.
Yeah.
And you've taken it for renewal, and they realize that you didn't obtain it the right way, and they've confiscated your passport, or they've cancelled or revoked your passport. Now, you can say, oh, I've been here for 20 years, and therefore, I want to go on the 20 years long residence. The Home Office says that that 10 years you were here on the British passport will be subtracted from the 20 years. So you have technically been here for only 10 years. You have to do another 10 years on top of that 20 years before you can go for 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. So you, a person like that, technically you'll be doing 30 years in the UK before you go and start your 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. And in effect, you'll be doing 40 years before you get your indefinite leave. That is, even if you get it at all. Wow. And that is also a change that has taken effect on the 16th of July, 2025. So the Home Office is saying the period on which you were here as a British citizen will not count towards your 20 years long residence application. So let's take note of that. Wow. It will not count as part of your 20 years if you have to switch from the citizenship which you obtained, whichever way you did it, and they have not taken it away from you. You cannot rely on the 20 years because they'll subtract the 10 years that you were on a British passport from that period of 20 years.
So you have to do additional 10 years minimum.
10 years, yes.
Before you start the 2.5, 2.5. Wow.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. It's like somebody who has served his prison terms and is left with the last day, and then he escaped from prison. Now he will be arrested, and then I'm sure you'll be sentenced again. Yes. And you have to go and do the rest of the term plus maybe an additional term. Wow. So yes, you've been on British citizenship, British passport, but because you didn't obtain it properly, they will subtract that period from your 20 years if you wish to rely on the 20 years long residence route. So those are some of the changes that have taken place. And I thought it's expedient to let everybody be fully aware of that. And then I can quickly talk about some other housekeeping rules and some observations we have made. And then if we have time, I take one or two questions, or I go to my topic if we still have time. Number one, Papa, I have realized that applications have been refused because a friend did it for me. A friend helped me. Madam for be and a boy me. Madam for be and a yamame. Madam for be to me for said I should do it. A friend said I can do it. A friend said he can help me. A friend said the Home Office fee is too much and the lawyer's fee is too much, and therefore I'll help you do it. And then they do it. Home Office refuses it, and you have to start sometimes from the back of the queue again, unfortunately.
That is if you have time.
That is if you have time. So this is how I've captioned it. Cheap things cost. Cheap things are very expensive. Cheap things are very, very, very expensive. If you buy a cheap car, you may end up spending twice the amount
in maintenance. Yes.
In maintenance. So even though it is cheap, from your perspective, it is very expensive from the point of maintenance. If your friend helps you, there is no law which says a friend cannot help you. Of course, if they understand what they are doing, they cannot give immigration advice. But if they understand what they are doing and they want to help you, assist you in completing your form, there's no problem with that. But there is a difference between reading the law, understanding the law, interpreting the law, and applying the law.
Yes, sir.
Different things. You can read the English. The law is not the English. There are hidden meanings within the English. So you can read the English. You may not understand what it means legally. So your friend who has read the English language and says the relationship has to be X, Y, Z, and then he makes the application for you, may be doing a lot of harm. So I advise that seek legal advice. I am not saying come to us. No, seek legal advice. If you want to come to us, fine. But if you have your own lawyer, please seek advice. Papa, I'll give you two examples. Somebody came to us for consultation. We advised him to bring this document, that, and that, and that. He went, and a friend of his told him, oh, now they say cheap, idea easy. Mayama, somebody, I've done it for somebody before. Don't go and pay the lawyers anything. Don't go. And they met in a bar somewhere. This thing is easy, it's cheap. I'll do it for you. And the friend truly did the application for him.
Wow.
The friend used his email address. The Home Office emailed them to say, you used the wrong application form. Can you change the form? The friend did not see the email went into his junk mail. The Home Office sent another application for him to send a new form and some additional documents. Again, it went into junk. The next thing that came was the Home Office refunded his application fee to him and the IHS, which means you have made an invalid application. Wow. By the time he became aware, he saw the money in his account, his leave, his visa had expired.
Wow.
And he ran back to us and said, lawyer, please can you help me? We said, oh, you were here a few weeks ago and we said go and come. What is going on? And he said, I'm sorry, my friend helped me because I didn't have the money. I said, well, unfortunately, your leave has now expired. You have to make a new application and you have to pay again. Now, the application was done, but the problem is his leave has now expired.
Yeah.
The Home Office will tell the employer that you don't have the right to be in the UK. The employer will ask you to stop work. How do you pay your rent? How do you pay your bills? Cheap things cost.
A lot.
Cheap things are very expensive. He wanted it cheap through a friend of his. And now it's cost him his leave. It's cost him additional fee. That is one example. A second example, Madame Funeyema, my friend advised me. There's this scenario where somebody was on the 10-year route. And then he moved to the 5-year route. He did 2.5 years on the 10-year route, and he did another 2.5 years on the 5-year route. And again, a friend of his told him that he can add the 2.5 years from the 10 years to the 2.5 years from the 5 years to make it 5 years in total and go for indefinite leave to remain. He did that application. The Home Office refused it, saying that you cannot add 2.5 years from the 10 years to 2.5 years from the 5 years to make 5 years to get your indefinite. You are either on 2.5 years twice on the 5-year route, or you are on the 2.5 on the 10-year route. You can't miss this and that. Wow. You can't melt gold and diamond and mix it. It won't work. 2.5 years on the 5-year route is one route. 2.5 years on the 10 years is a different route, so you cannot miss it. Now, he went for indefinite leave. The Home Office did not give him the indefinite. They asked him to come and pay IHS for another 2.5 years. Meanwhile, they took the money for indefinite. They will not refund that money to you. The indefinite leave fee is 3,028, I think so.
Wow.
So he paid the 3,020 something pounds, and the Home Office has asked him to go and pay IHS of 2,587 pounds and 50p on top of the 3,000 pounds he has paid.
For 2.5.
For 2.5 years.
Wow.
Because he made an application for indefinite when he was not qualified for it. And if you make an application for indefinite, the Home Office will not refund the difference to you.
Wow.
And say 2.5 is 1,321. So let's subtract and send you the balance. No, they will not do that. They will not balance the accounts for you. So if the account doesn't balance, it doesn't balance.
Wow.
So the Home Office, they have taken the 3,000 plus, and they have now asked the person to pay additional 2,587 pounds and 50p. In total, he is paying over 5,000 plus. Let's say even almost 6,000 pounds. Because
lawyer, if I can ask this, so when they saw that the applicant has made, I think it's an error. I mean, making the application, is it the wrong application? So couldn't they have, written to him like the first example you gave, that, my friend, you have made a wrong application. Maybe can you submit another application? Come to me, visa, because it's kind of annoying. 3,000 something.
Home Office said they want to prevent people from making speculative applications. They want to prevent those applications, speculative. Okay, meaning say I am supposed to be on the 10 years, but my come try 2.5 years. If you say indefinite, no, they don't want that sort of thing. So it's punitive. They are penalizing you for making an application for indefinite. Most at times it's particularly for indefinite. Right. If it is for another 2.5 years and you use the wrong form, also they will write to you to vary the forms. But if it is also if you are eligible for indefinite, and you use the wrong application form, they will write to you to change the form. But if you are not eligible for the indefinite and you go and speculate, try and error, try and see, they will not forgive you. They would penalize you by taking your money and making you pay for another 2.5 years application. So it is to prevent speculative and try and error applications. That is what it is.
Wow.
Yes.
So you pay the additional for the IHS, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Normally, if you're going for indefinite, you don't pay IHS.
Okay.
If you're going for 2.5 years, you pay IHS. Because they are not going to give you the indefinite, but rather going to give you 2.5 years, they expect you to pay for the IHS. And that is why you have to pay 2,587.50 on top of the 3,028. So you are paying, in effect, about 5,600 thereabout, instead of far less than that. Instead of 3,908 pounds, you'll be paying 5,600, etc. Because Madame Fubi and a friend helped me. My advice is, we are not saying a friend shouldn't help you, but be sure the friend knows the law. The friend has read the law, he understands it, he can interpret it, and he can apply it. Otherwise, he will read it and put you in trouble. Your leave would have expired, and your employers will ask you to stop work if it comes out that you made a wrong application.
So sometimes the person might have done maybe a previous application correctly with a good result, but things might have changed. Things might have changed. There might be a change in the law, but the person, because he's not a legal professional, may not have updated himself. So he will use the previous knowledge, the previous understanding to do it. Oh, I can do meet my yama. Oh, he me offer CD crash me na me man. Me offer CD me was 6 years ago.
Exactly.
So me offer 6 years, me offer CD me say na me no.
Yes.
6 years ago, how many changes you can you imagine?
Yes.
In the immigration world, so these are some of the possible. It's better for we avoid this risk. A bankrupt or someone they are being stingy, I never recommend, because you may end up paying twice because of stinginess. Lawyer,
Thank you. Thank you. Now, if you genuinely don't have the money to pay, please apply for fee waiver. Okay? You can see your lawyer to apply for fee waiver for you. It's not a problem. If you don't have the money, don't cut corners. Don't say a friend who will go and mess you up. See your lawyer. They can apply for fee waiver for you. If it goes through, you don't have to pay the Home Office anything. So please bear that in mind. Another thing I want us to be fully conscious of is this. Assuming you are on the 5-year route as a parent. Papa, let's pay attention to this. You're on the 5-year route as a parent. Now, when they gave you the 2.5 years, your circumstances have changed. You now have a partner. You are not in a relationship. You are living in the same address with the man. The man is working. Now, when you're going to extend your leave, the question is, are you going to go on the basis of parent, or you're not going to go on the basis of a partner? That is very tricky. A lot of people, even though they are on the 5-year partner route, 5-year parent route, and they want to switch or they want to extend, they are oblivious of the right form to use as to whether you should go as a parent or you should go as a partner. You do the wrong form, the Home Office would refuse your application. So let's again be mindful, or they may grant it to you, but instead of putting you on the 5-year route as a parent, they'll put you on the family route, which is parent route or partner route, 10 years.
Wow.
It means you've shifted from 5 years to 10 years.
years.
Yes, that is one other thing we should be mindful of. It is happening. We see this, lawyer, my brother, we see this very frequently.
Over and over.
We see so frequently because, oh, my friend helped me, and when it happens that way, then they tend to blame the friend. Meanwhile, your friend didn't force you. Your friend didn't twist your arm behind you. Your friend didn't push the application down your throat. You voluntarily and willingly gave the documents out to your friend. Your friend thought they were giving you assistance. My point is, yes, you can be helped, but ensure that the right thing is being done for you. That is it. Now, again, the documents that people use in these applications, you are in a relationship. You use documents to apply as a partner 5 years ago or 2.5 years ago. If you want to make a new application, what documents do you need? Can you still rely on the same old documents of 2.5 years ago, or you have to update your documents and supply more relevant and up-to-date documents? People just put everything in the kitchen sink into the application. They add all kinds of documents they used 2.5 years ago, documents they used 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and add it all to the application. It does not work that way. It doesn't work that way. You have to have the right application. And it is not all kinds of documents you can use for your application. You have to be mindful of what it is and the application, the documents that apply to the application. Papa, I'll give you an example. Mr. A married Miss B. They are in a relationship. Mr. B made an application based on Miss B. Mr. A made an application based on his wife. They sent the documents. They sent passport copy, pay slips, bank statements, tenancy agreement, council tax. But on the council tax, the woman is taking a single occupancy benefit discount as a single occupant. Meanwhile, you have other documents in the address which shows that you are living with your husband. Papa, if you are the case worker, what would you think?
Confusion, I was. You're
Exactly.
confused.
Yes. And because of that single shred of document, which were provided, you are taking benefit as a single person, your application can be refused.
Wow.
Because some
Some
documents are not consistent with the other documents. What you are saying is not tallying with the evidence you are providing. What you are saying is different from what you are proving. So, again, the documents are very important. I have another example of somebody who made an application. On the application form, the woman picked that the man is living separately, but she wrote a letter to add to the application to say that my partner and I live together and he goes for the children from school. So the Home Office picked that letter and compared it to the box he ticked and said, you say you live in a different address. The woman has written a letter to say you live together. Can you explain? They were unable to explain. Therefore, the application was refused. Again, one piece of document has cost them a whole lot of funds. So it is important to make the application. It's important to identify the documents you need to support the application so that you don't end up putting yourself in problems. Now, I've just mixed up with my main topic. So let me just mix the two. Okay. The other thing is you must know the application you want to make. Are you making the application as a parent? Are you making the application as a partner? As a student dependent? As a skilled worker dependent? As an officer, prison officer? As an IT person? We need to know these things. Once we know the application type you want to make, that is hurdle number one over. People make these mistakes. They choose the wrong form. So because you can't identify the right application you want to make, it's very easy to go down the wrong path. So first of all, identify the application you want to make. Number two, which laws supports the application you want to make? So I'm not in my topic.
Okay.
Which laws supports the application you want to make? I gave this example and I want to give it again. If you go to church, or when you go to church, and the pastor wants to preach about prosperity, there are scriptures he uses to preach on prosperity.
Of course.
If the pastor wants to preach on salvation, there are scriptures that he would use to preach on salvation.
Right.
The same applies to the law. If you want to apply on a partner, there are legal scriptures or the law which you have to use to support the application. When I'm saying legal scriptures, what I mean is I'm just equating the Bible to the law book, which says there are specific laws that you have to use for a specific application.
Yes,
you
sir.
can't be using land laws that apply to conveyancing to be applying for immigration. It won't work.
No, sir.
Neither can you be applying criminal laws, cases that have been decided in criminal courts, to support your immigration application. It won't wash. It doesn't work that way. Therefore, know which application you want to make, know which laws apply. And this is where you need the service of your legal person, your lawyer, your solicitor, your legal advisor, etc. This is where you need their expertise. That look, these laws, MK, Rasga, Papa Georgie, or whichever case that apply to your case, you have to use it. That is what it is. Is it Appendix FM to the immigration rules? You have to know. Is it Appendix Private Life? You have to know. It depends on the application. Are you relying on exceptional circumstances? Are you relying on exceptional compassionate circumstances? You have to know. Are you applying as a family life, as a partner? You have to know. Are you applying as a bereaved partner? Which laws apply? Are you applying as a victim of domestic abuse or domestic violence? Which laws apply? Are you applying as a parent, an adult dependent, student, skilled worker? You have to know which laws applies to each of these categories. Otherwise, you'll be making a very wrong application, and it can cost you a whole lot of time, money, and resources. So please, let's take note of that.
Lawyer, can I chip in this question?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's a question to my mobile. It's about the skilled worker visa route. You said you heard that they are going to increase the salary requirement, the financial requirement. You want to find out if it is true that the skilled worker,
yes, is going to 38,700. That is what was the proposal at the when the conservative government was in power. So yes, it's going to go up as proposed. It is the spouse one, husband, wife one. You want to bring that one has not gone up, but the skilled worker one, yes, is of course following the progression to the 38,700 pounds. Yes.
Wow.
But if you have an employer who is paying you that much, then it's good. Yes, it's a lot of money. So, but the only problem is getting employers who will be willing or are able to, not willing, but able to pay such. Yes, that is the issue. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Now, so I've mentioned, is it Appendix FM, Appendix Private Life, Appendix Student, Appendix Skilled Worker, Appendix Religious Minister of Religion, Appendix Family Life, different routes, and all have their appendixes. I know appendix was a sickness, but now appendix is part of the rules. So, yes, so that is what it is. Know the right laws. The next thing you have to do is you have to know the right documents to use to support your application. If you are applying for your wife to join you here, there is no need for birth certificates. Let me say it again. If you're applying for your wife, who is 35 years old, to join you here, you don't need your birth certificate. You don't need your wife's birth certificate. You don't. But if you're applying for your child to join you here, you need your child's birth certificate to connect you to your child. So you have to know which documents to use.
Right.
Bank statements, how long for? Pay slips, is it 6 months or 12 months? Bank statement, is it business account or personal account? Do you need it for 6 months or for 12 months? Are you a self-employed? How many months do you need your bank statement for? If you are self-employed, it is not 6 months. If you are self-employed, the bank statement is not 6 months. If you are an employee, it's not 12 months, it is 6 months. So different routes, different applications, different categories, different documents are required, or length of documents are required to support your application. Pay slips, money transfer. If you are applying for your spouse to come, money transfer is essential, it's important, but it is not mandatory. you can add it. In fact, I would advise you to add it. Criminal records. There are some applications you have to prove that you have no criminal record. You need to provide police report. Does it apply to all applications? No. So you have to know what application you are making and which documents to provide. Pictures. Pictures that you use to support husband and wife relationship. The pictures must be genuine pictures, not pictures that the woman is sitting and the man is suspended in the air. The man's bum is not touching the chair. We have seen some before.
Wow.
Yes, pictures. They will catch you. They will catch you and ban you for 10 years. So please don't even try. You think you can make photo? What do you call it? Is it Photoshop or photo? What is it? Something.
Photoshop. Yeah.
There's a name for it. Is it Photoshop or something?
Yeah, I think
you
so.
You take A's picture and B's picture and do a collage. You mix it, and then you take it together to show that they are sitting in or say no. And on this one, the man was suspended in the air and the woman was sitting down, and the Home Office will find it. And there's another one. There are three children. There's one child that was planted in the picture, and the child was looking elsewhere. Everybody else was looking somewhere else. So,
Wow.
so yes, there are some things. This day and age, you don't do it. Don't do some things. Some documents, just don't try it, because you will be caught and you will be banned for 10 years. Don't do it. Use the correct document. Even if they refuse you, you have a chance of applying again. But if you use the wrong documents, the fake documents, you will be banned for 10 years. And I don't think anybody wants to go down that lane. So please, let's do the right things.
Okay.
Now, I've talked about the type of application you want to make. I've talked about the laws that you need to rely on. I've talked about the documents you need to use. Bank statement, pay slips, money transfer, criminal record pictures, marriage certificates, evidence of travel to Ghana, back and forth, WhatsApp messages, download or screenshot, etc. You have Facebook or FaceTime records. You've done FaceTime each other, travel tickets, etc., etc. You have boarding passes, everything. All of this will confirm that, of course, there is a genuine relationship. But does it apply to the application you are making? Know the right application, know the right form to use, and that will help your case. Then, of course, which form do you use? We talked a bit about the forms already. There are different types of forms and different applications applied to those forms. There are all kinds of forms. We have forms we have FLRM, FLRFP, we have FLRO, we have HRO, we have set M, we have set O, we have name it. We have MN1, we have AN1, we have from AN, MN1, we have set LR, we have set DV, different application forms, different scenarios. So don't just jump onto the internet and say, me by application. Now we'll just enter Home Office application form. Pam. Then you select one and go. You'll be doing the totally wrong thing.
Wow. Yeah.
So if you came here as a spouse, unfortunately, your partner is gone, is passed away, you use a different form. If you came here as a spouse, you are suffering from domestic abuse, you use a different form. Your husband is not dead, your wife is not dead, it's just domestic abuse. So you use a different form, not the bereaved partner route. So different scenarios, different application forms. Very, very important. And that we have to be mindful of. So we have different forms. FLRM, I've mentioned it a lot. FLRM, FLRFP, set M, set O, set LR, from MN1, AN, set DV. We have different ones. We have from OS, all kinds. Please identify the right form and then use the right form. If you are doing private life, use the right form. If you are doing spouse application, use the right form. If you are doing application based on your child or for your child, use the right forms and use the right application documents, and you should be fine. Again, I'll quickly run through some documents, and then I think we can bring it to a close unless there are some questions. We have documents to use, passport copies. These days, you don't necessarily have to post the passport to the Home Office. You can scan it and upload it, and then the Home Office will receive it. There are some occasions, EU applications, sometimes they expect you to post the passport to them. They take a look at it, they scan it, return it on the records, and then they will be able to return your passport back to you. So that is also another system. So every situation and the documents you use, birth certificate, bank statements, pay slips, tenancy agreement or mortgage, the child's passport, etc., etc. Now, after you've done all of this, review your form, save your form, keep a copy, submit the application, and you pay the correct fee. After I've submitted the application, pay the correct fee. And that is what I talked about earlier. Yeah. You pay the correct fee, you submit, you pay the correct fee, and then, of course, you book appointment. Then you upload all the documents that you are relying on. Are you relying on pay slips, bank statement, pictures, marriage certificate, and all of those? You have to add all of those, and you can then upload your documents to the relevant document sections. And then you go and provide your fingerprint, your biometrics. And then the Home Office may retain your passport or give your passport back to you, depending on your circumstance. And then you have to wait for a decision. The decision can come, it could be 8 weeks, it could be 12 months, depending on the application type you have submitted to the Home Office. So generally, applications are refused because of some of these things, or you go to paragraph 320, which outlines the reasons for refusal. Sometimes people use false information. People input false information that can be a basis for application being refused. Even from outside, bank statement can be fake. The Home Office will find out, they'll refuse the application, they'll ban you for 10 years. Wow. Pay slips, if it is not genuine, they will find out, they will call the Home Office, they'll call the issuing authority. This is what they do. Another reason why applications delay is that if you provide your BT bill, the Home Office will not just take it root, stem, branches. No, they want to go and check with BT whether what you provided is genuine. Wow. So they can email, they can call, they can send whatever it is. I think they have their own way of checking. And BT will have to confirm that, yes, this serial number so and so and so was issued by us on this date. Perfect. So if you send it and the serial number doesn't match, the Home Office will say, wait, but this document is not legit. Wow. Or if you send a bank statement, don't assume that the Home Office will just accept it that way. They would have to call the bank, or they can use Equifax to check if that account truly exists. That is why people who apply for fee waiver, sometimes if you leave a bank statement out, the Home Office will go and check and say, we realize that you have this bank account. Can you provide that one to us? Wow. We want to see if there's money in it. So whatever account you provide, the Home Office can check it. Make sure it is a genuine account. Make sure the entries are correct. Don't do anything that is not genuine, because it can affect your application. So I will just leave it here and say, these are some of the reasons why applications are refused. Right. Let's avoid those problems so that we can have positive outcomes when we make our applications. Thank you so much, Papa.
Right, lawyer. I think the last question before you go is about using the wrong form.
Yes.
So, in case this happens, is it an automatic refusal of the application, or there are some situations that they will be lenient with you, on applicants and write to them and ask them to reapply? What is the situation?
Yes. Very, very often, the Home Office would inform you that you've used a wrong application form.
Okay.
A lot of times they would say you've used a wrong application, so you should change it.
Okay.
But if they send you the email first time, second time, and you don't respond, and the timeline they've given you elapses, then that is when they will refuse the application or return it to you that you haven't made the valid application. But a lot of times, the Home Office, in fact, almost all the time, the Home Office will get back to you that you've used the wrong application form. So if you can vary that form. If you do it on time and in time, you are safe. But if you do it outside the time, it can affect you. Or if you don't respond to them
at all,
then of course that goes against you.
All right. Thank you very much, Lawyer Wisdom. That's been very, very educative and very, yes, because these things, we don't know, and we make these petty mistakes. And I've learned, I've heard many of these things you mentioned, like, oh, my friend, a friend of mine. I know somebody who even spoke to a lawyer. The lawyer said this. Then he went to ask a friend. I went to this lawyer and he said this. What do you think? And the friend also gave their own opinion. Version. And said, what? Why? So people of Ghana, let's save ourselves from this trouble.
Papa, before we go, a client came to me some months back. She was I did the first application for her.
Okay.
So we're going to do the extension. And she was on her way from, Edmonton.
Right.
To this office. She met another friend of hers on the bus. I think bus 149. And the friend, I know, out of conversation, where are you going? So I'm going to see Lawyer Wisdom. You know what the friend told him? But this application, I can do it for you.
Wow.
I can do it for you. I can do yours for you. You know what the lady told him? He said, my friend, the family I am coming from.
Yeah, it's different. Very, very different from over there.
See, the thing that is following me from my village. It's different from the thing that is following you.
Yes, so
please let me go to my lawyer, because the problem I had before he did the first one for me, I don't want to go back to that. So he said, "Oh, you are going to just pay money. You are going to throw money away." But my friend, this is the kind of things people encounter. My friend, and if it fails, your friend will not be there to tell your employer that I made a mistake, so let the person carry on working. Or to tell your landlord that he should carry on giving you accommodation when they don't have the right to be in the UK. So, yes, you can seek help, but please seek advice before you put reliance on your friend, my friend. It can cause you all kinds of problems. Thank you so much.
And as always, seek professional advice. Not any advice. Seek advice from the professionals in that field. Thank you very much, Lawyer Wisdom. We appreciate your time and your dedication to this program.
Thank you. I will call you tomorrow. We'll talk.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So I will do the announcement and let you go. All right. Thank you. All right. Right. That was Lawyer Wisdom Macau from Wisemart Solicitors. If you are in the UK or wherever you are and you need an immigration solicitor, I'm going to put their information on your screen at the moment. They are in London, Unit 8, the Print House, 18 to 22 Ashford Street, London E8 3 Delta Lima, Echo 8 3 Delta Lima. And their office phone number is on your screen, 0208 016 5384. That is 0208 016 5384. And their mobile number is 07931 411 042. That is 07931 411 042. Or you can go to their website, Wisemart-solicitors.com. That is Wisemart-solicitors.com. So, and you can simply take this screenshot of all their contact information on your screen, and you can give them a call. They are the #1 immigration lawyers in the UK. And also, even if you are not in the UK, you are in Ghana, anywhere, they can serve you. Even if you are not in the UK, they can still serve you. So please take note of their details. It's better to seek professional advice to get it done first time than to go and be refused and all go through all the stress and disappointment. Right, so before I draw the curtain tonight, I will play the adverts for us to know more about the other services they provide, the other services that Wisemart they provide. Don't go away.
Ghana for our butcher, say then, and yet emrenim for when a quarter war emrenimu, poto casemu, yakase a lawyer for, and Timiniano, Mumian for immigration in seminar, and could dine one more. Wisemart Solicitors, Wisemart Solicitors, emrenimu could draw for. So what's now, Ombe Bwama Saka on Krata, Naswedia Dronsua, a Yomokokra, a banini passitnemu, any a Jumemun Sembia, Omudimu Akotenipa, Omu the many pebia. Wisemart Solicitors
always puts our clients' needs first. We specialize in all UK visa applications, detention and deportation cases, student and work points-based work permit applications from both UK and abroad.
Wisemart Solicitors also deals with
immigration law, family law, employment law, civil litigation, Ghanaian customary law, commissioner of oath,
long residence and human rights applications outside the immigration rules. Don't wait till last minute. Wisemart Solicitors. For inquiries, call 02080 165 384. Mobile 07931 411 042. Address 8 to 9 Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street, Dalston, E8 3DL. Overground stations are Dalston Junction or Dalston Kingsland. For buses, 67, 76, 149, 242 and 243. Wisemart Solicitors. For how be dying. Now be unse. Ahini fuchiniye ebidi de biye.
Ghana
for our butcher, say then, and yet emrenim for when a quarter war emrenimu, poto casemu, yakase a lawyer for, and Timiniano, Mumian for immigration in seminar and
hailing from the eastern corridors of London, bring you news, views, music, interviews, trending issues, and what have you. Tune in to us 24/7 on our free mobile radio app. Download our free app from the Play Store and the App Store. Just search for Top Online Radio UK. Download the free mobile app and tune in to us 24/7. We stream our programs live on Facebook and YouTube. Just find us on YouTube and Facebook by searching for Top Online Radio UK. We welcome your views, comments, critiques, suggestions, etc. Just get in touch on our station line 079 029 44398. That's 079 029 44398. If you are interested in working with us as a radio presenter, a radio host, or a radio panelist, do get in touch and let's talk. Call us on 079 029 44398. If you want to advertise on our radio, just get in touch and let's talk. 079